Good morning children. Welcome to today's video session of Standard 10 English 4th Unit The Attic. The Attic was written by Satyajit Ray. In this lesson, Satyajit's friend Aditya has done a childhood mistake. Shall we see what mistake he has done and how he rectified his mistake? Shall we move on to the lesson? Unit 4 The Attic. The Attic was written by Satyajit Ray. What is an attic? An attic is a space or room inside or partly inside the roof of a building. This story is based on the attic. Let's know more about the author. Satyajit Ray was born on 2nd May 1921. He was an Indian filmmaker, screenwriter, graphic artist, music composer and author. He was born in Kolkata. He was authored several short stories and novels made primarily for young children and teenagers. He revived the children's magazine Sandesh, which his grandfather had started in 1913, and edited it until his death in 1992. Ray was more interested in writing rather than filmmaking. His stories have been translated in Europe, the United States, and many other countries. Ray received many awards including 32 National Film Awards by the Government of India, notably the Padma Bhushan in 1965 and the highest civilian honor Bharat Ratna shortly before his death. It is natural for human beings to make mistakes. When we realize our mistakes, we should try to rectify them. If you get a chance to rectify your mistake or pay back for it, have you done any mistake? And how did you correct your mistake? Let's see how Aditya corrected his mistake. Shall we move on to the story? During the return journey from the new factory at Dyodakanj, the narrator, that is Satyajit Ray, and his friend cum business partner were driving through National Highway 40. Reaching a point at bifurcation means the road divides into two. The narrator, that is Ray, asked Aditya about his wish to take the road towards right that leads to his ancestral home at Brahmapur. His father was a landlord and his ancestors were zemindars. After Aditya's schooling at Brahmapur, they moved to Kolkata for his higher studies, where his dad too started a new business. Aditya agreed to go to his birthplace. He tried to recall memories of his 200 years old ancestral house, his school and the tea shop. It was 3:30 p.m. in the month of Maha, which could be January or February. The sun was soothing. On either side of the road were large stretches of paddy fields. In about 10 minutes, they reached the local school. The iron gate, the playing field, and the two-storied school building made Aditya go into deep thoughts. They went to tea shop of Nagan's uncle, who was now a little over 60. He was wearing a dhoti and a blue striped shirt that could be seen from under a green shawl. His shop stood next to the grocery shop and opposite a temple dedicated to Lord Shiva. They had naan katai sitting on two tin chairs. Naan katai is a type of sweet. There was only one other customer sitting at a corner table with his head bent as though he was sleeping. Nagan's uncle reminded Mr. Sanyal to go home as it was already 4 p.m. and other customers would soon be coming. The narrator observed Sanyal's facial expression and noted the change in Aditya's too. Mr. Sanyal reacted sharply, stood up, stretched himself and raised his lean right arm. With eyes dilated, he began to recite a poem by Tagore, Pandraksha. Soon he left the place, making the gesture of Namaste with his hand in general. Aditya came to know from Nagan's uncle more details about Sanya. He now went straight to his house, which he had no intention of seeing. He went up the attic, a favorite place of the children. He climbed over a wooden packing case and took something from the ventilator with a deep sigh of relief. He now rushed to the jewelers to ascertain the current market price for the article he had found. The climax was his next visit to Sanyal, who stayed with his father's friend Jogesh Kaviraj. Aditya saw Sanyal requested his entry into his room and gave him a cover with 15 10 rupees notes. In Sanyal's room there was absolutely nothing but just a chairboy to sit on. Sanyal was busy reciting verses from Tagore. Sanyal was questioned about Aditya Narayan Chowdhury. Sanyal remembered him very well and told them that he was a liar and was also envious over him. He said that he had taken his medal for poetry recitation. Aditya told him that he was Aditya himself and was changed. Sanyal admitted that he recognized him at the tea shop and ventured out his anger on him. Sanyal also refused to accept the money and preferred the medal. Aditya, who is now a chained man, restored the medal to its owner, sought forgiveness. We are all human beings, and to err is human. The author reinstates that a person must rectify his mistake when given a chance for it. So children, please rectify your mistakes, whatever you have done when you get a chance. Let's move on to textbook exercise.